Catalan, good morning, bro. Good morning. Good to see you. Okay, Liquid on defense, Heretics on attack, and what have we got? Down we go fast on this. Okay, that's a good amount of pressure, and it pushes them off the line here, so big question mark at middle. Fake mid pressure to get the rotate from Boba over to mid, and then you hit B site. Makes a lot of sense. We've got a kill trip here, though. Well, doesn't matter. I guess Nax is down. Okay, and we see the usual plant. And Boo might have messed this one up. He's turned, so there's a area here that you can defuse. I think he might have messed up here. Liquid on top of the fact that they always like to do this after plant. Oh, this is impressive, man. So Liquid on top of the fact they always do this after plant, so they decide to go aggro behind over towards B, and Benji Fishy hit the shot for this round. In terms of this guy here. Okay, I mean, good idea from Liquid in terms of pushing far behind. Heretics were pretty much on top of this, went here with numbers. And yeah, nice pistol from them. I like the overall pistol though as well. Go over towards middle, create the pressure like you're going here. Rotate, in theory, has to go top of Boba. This shot. That shot was the one. That is the round right there. But this kid has been someone that has been exciting for a good 80 stream streak. That is ridiculous, Lexi. Thank you. Thank you for that. That's insane, isn't it? 80. If you enjoyed watching Mini Boo, in the tier 2, Woot was better. That's all I'm going to say. He was. That's true. That is actually true.
Well, that's it. We've seen a lot of players on this stage start to
full eco for Liquid, and we've been focusing a little bit on how snowboardy Valorant is at the moment with the Outlaw getting introduced. So let's see if we can keep an eye on that. Benji maybe should have left that one, but he at least gets numbers. And the gun that they pick up is a ghost, so they don't lose too much.
He has a very expansive agent pool when we were looking at most players who tends to be someone who's clearly
everyone going behind, and there is a trip here, so we've got to keep an eye on Boo. He's got an Omen flash, he's got no help though. And Boo is the ghost, so you might see him duel it a little bit. And he's to tuck in an Omen flash for his teammate. Oh, they look a little bit panicky. Yeah, these positions are not good right now from Heretics. And they're a little bit all over the place. Okay, a lot better now that it's stabilized.
I always get a little bit nervous when there's Guardians on the other side. A few missed shots here and there, and those pistols can close the gap. They've still got them, at least for now. And while for the remaining players, it may just be a case of going down to that spike.
Alright, I was a little bit worried for Heretics there. They looked, some of the decisions there, and I guess it's because of the pressure of just potential map control. They didn't realize everyone was going behind. They kind of all stacked in this box here, and then they all stacked in this box here after. Didn't look too convincing until someone took like a bit of map control. Okay, with the Heretics buy is the FPX buy, right? They get 3 rifles, they got 2 ghosts, they're allowed 2 deaths, and with the 3 people staying alive means that they can get 5 guns into this, so it's not really a bonus, it's basically a buy round. I mean, we look at this, it's basically the same apart from Double Guardian. That's been one of the big changes. The shock as well from Liquid to break the trip over towards A.
It's now going to be just an aggressive spot held from Kiko. Now, of course, for now at least, he has that ability to teleport back.
Interesting as well. I don't know if anyone from Liquid was close enough to hear this, but they take B main control, and then they do an aggro trip. So they know if the map control gets taken back. And then Nats has been holding on to a trip, and he late places it over towards B.
Is Boo up top, the fact that, I mean, he can't push up without making some noise at least. But if Kiko did go for that aggressive stance, he could be in trouble. Now here comes the drone. That's going to guarantee no further aggression from defensive side as they take a step back. But Heretics aren't set on it just yet. It's all part of the push and the pull.
He tanked that 32 HP.
He's down to 32.
We go for 40 seconds, and Kiko has no more TPs, so he's a little bit committed over towards site. I'll be honest, I hate this angle that he's on.
But that's his choice. Let's see where he takes it.
Let's get out of there. 25 seconds, but it's only him to fight, that is it.
the stack up was on the other side, but it does look like they're playing more for the retake rather than anything else. Although saying that, Kiko's still trying to hold some pretty aggressive positioning, a strong dart.
Great shot, man.
To at least help him
Like
out,
a
but it's only
savior
gonna be a
shot.
trade.
And we didn't plant in the corner. Oof. And the molly misses the corner as well.
That's exactly what young people do. He
Keep
tried
an
that
eye on this.
spike
They got to
the
get the
ground
spike.
so
No
easy,
one's
and
going
now
for the spike. Time is done.
the timer is gone.
Yeah, what an
Yumpi's won the round on
absolute
his own.
hero play from Yampy there.
Unbelievable display from Liquid. Insult to injury with Boo going down on his aggressive stance in the
And
end.
they don't even get the plant for an extra bit of money here, so nicely done from Liquid. Shout out to Yampy making the hero play, and yeah, they just got here with 20 seconds, and the Utah was honestly too good. I think someone messed up on site though. Someone went for the insta plant not in the corner, and then started getting spammed, and then had to go to the corner. I think it might have been Woot.
Ballsy decision, and one that they just weren't expecting. I'm assuming, obviously, that was Enzo's
If he had
down
originally
decision.
gone to plant in the corner, I think it's a fine round.
Small blind spot from
'Cause he
Heretics
went to
against
plant
Exploit.
here,
You see a lot of teams doing
but
that. Basically
then he
just
had to
running through
cancel
their
it and
own
plant
util. This is
here.
the change, though. Heretics
Either way,
always had these
in terms of the
really
bonus, Heretics did
explosive
enough of getting
attack
2
sides with
kills,
Mini Boo at
so
the
this is
helm.
a big
We
swing
had a
round.
quiet week last week, but my expectation is that will not carry through into this one. He's been one of the best duelists in the league so far.
And they have the advantage in terms of an ult into it.
It's gonna be the same thing again and again. Now,
Ult gets popped, but they want to fight over towards site, but this guy on site is so wrecked. Teammates can't help him other than spam. Yeah, and it looked like they weren't on top of the fact they were going to get a KO, because no one really played like an anti-KO setup at all. Even if the KO went over towards B, it would have hit nuts and dropped all of the util. Yeah, I don't know if someone even called that Woot was one away from an ult, but felt like they really needed that, because their setup wasn't good for it. Liquid have the Vitality Molly retake.
The problem is his teammates falling all around him. Benji with a late lurk through the back, and now Mystic again looked solid last week, but winning from here is going to be pretty damn tough. Nobody peeking. Cam even thrown out late into the round just to make sure that he can't be defusing. And in the end, he's just going to try and fade away, but Benji is waiting.
Yeah. Lovely from Benji. So it's kind of been double mess up, really. Right? Third round, Heretics messed up the plant a little bit, which then gave the time for Liquid to flood in and kill the planter. This one, Liquid just weren't expecting the KO for some reason.
They've crushed Team Liquid's economy. Big round with that paranoia. We saw it used up there again in the replay, and how quickly Miniboo is able to dive on top of them after. It's very hard to deal with that.
I think
Yeah, and this is what's really important. Like, you know, at the beginning of your at the beginning of your round, you got like 30 seconds. It should always be like relatively structured, where it's like first 5 seconds. First 5 seconds is they have, or you either call a setup, or you go they have this ult, or they're one away from this ult, and they have this ult, and then the IGL makes a call. First 5 seconds should always be someone in the team going 6 out of 7 from KO or something, and they have overall. And it felt like that step wasn't there. Because the call was not great here in terms of the setup.
Well, they have met a deadly duo holding the angle.
Yeah, and that might haunt them a little bit.
For the defenders, and they'll go pushing elsewhere. But
Hello, Safe. How we doing, mate? How's things?
Talk a lot about the defaulty early rounds.
You got double games this week, right?
No different here on Sunset, as we can see that map control taken.
I think it's Vitality that has double games this week.
And look to take this late round together as a team, not looking to be isolated and drop to these pistols. They've got free reign over B side.
But this is the thing I really like about
Yeah,
this map.
super weak for the
Heretics.
Vitality.
I
Yeah,
think
pretty much.
Boo calls a great game in terms of the switch up of pace.
Good luck with it, of course, bro.
You have this Neon, you have these explosive plays, you have one of the best entry fraggers in the league, but sometimes you play it nice and slow. And it's very difficult for Liquid to know, okay, do we utility dump right at the early round to try and take some space, deny
What's
you,
interesting about
or do we sort
Liquid
of play back,
is
expecting you to run at us?
in these
It's just
ecos
tough.
in the
So
past,
for now,
they've
obviously
been
this
buying
round,
only
expectations.
well, I say buying. They've just been sticking with classics. This is like the first time where they bought guns into it. It's still not like a heavy investment in terms of the lower guns, but it's not all classics. Maybe they're scrapping that idea a little bit, or at least they're kind of realizing that maybe just a small investment will help.
More so the secondary goal. Primary goal, go down to that spike in the end, and it looks like they have achieved that. Success with flying colors.
Yeah, a nice run for Heretics as well in terms of just not having to use the ults. Yeah, and we got double armor rebuy and that's it. So it's like the best money round possible for them. And keeping on the theme with snowballs, this is a pistol into a snowball.
Very quickly spiral.
Yeah, and I think
But I will
as
say
well
that
even
Liquid
though
actually
last
have
week
better
we
ults
saw
into this.
BDL, who
One away from
definitely had
official, we
huge
got
resurgence, managed to beat
the kind of ult
Heretics on this
combo,
map.
especially
I
if they
think
want
prior
to.
to
They
that,
could
you're looking
either
at
off the
wins
bat
over
this,
Vitality,
do some
Sentinels,
kind of
oh
combo,
my
probably
God,
get a kill,
Like,
or
this
you could
has
just
been a
heavy
really
stack,
good map for
retake a
Heretics,
site.
and okay, sure, lost to Paper X as well, but I think we can forgive that one. It was a great map for Paper X in their run at Madrid, so
Oh.
I think it was always going to be tough for Liquid. I want to see what response they have, and straight away, you're going to see an
Oh.
immediate use.
Damn.
Just, I don't know if that was blind, but Rian's
Did I
just
miss
taking
something
up
here?
that.
There's no util
That
use for
leaves
this.
B-side so open.
Well, he headshot him with the second pull, so nice and easy.
Is it a reaction off of the A
Almost. I didn't
push?
think it'd hit. The return not quite so lucky.
There was a lot of util used towards A. There was like an Omen flash, and he just insta. He just insta-ulted. There was no util
When you come in
used.
as defenders, diffusing that is a death sentence. Well, they're just going to smoke themselves off. Look at that, Benji.
Then
Allowing the
Yampy
decoy
pops.
to go
Then
by.
Yampy
Deep
pops
flash,
his
that
ult
tells
without
you
the ult. The
Benji's not
combos
here.
well with it.
Enzo's ready
And we
for
see
it,
the
and
classic of the
first is
plant. And
found.
again, I think they messed up
Here's
their
where we
plant
get to
though.
see
There
the
is a corner here that you
difficulty
can
of
defuse.
defusing. Now, it is- the spike is out in a
Does
bit of a
Liquid
corner,
realize
but it
this?
does give a wider angle to work with.
Oh.
Nice thrash through. Player in the corner detained, but Rienz goes in for 3. The defuse is only half, and that's not close enough.
All right, yeah, and I mean it's the classic B main hold, and I think Liquid's idea was okay with the smoke block and the molly block, but I think they didn't realize. So I've seen twice now the plant is like on the corner like this, and you could easily stick in this corner while they spam the right side. I think Heretics need to be careful with their plant a little bit here. It's twice now.
Maybe a bit of a miscall, and that's actually one of the only worries I really have for Woot. On an individual level, I have no doubt he's going to be as good as anyone
Yeah,
else.
maybe
in the league,
they.
if not
I mean,
better.
I'll tell you what. You know this insta ult at the beginning. That
That's something I think
that was the
he
rounds
was
there.
very good at, especially in their run to get to Madrid. The util that Patatek was throwing was fantastic and really good for setting up Miniboo. Now, the assist that Woot's getting already a good showing, but some of those are off the outs.
It's,
I'm not gonna get
yeah, the map B needs a
Just looking
change.
at the number alone doesn't really tell
B
me
needs a change, no doubt about
high
it.
level of impact, but I do think he's been in the workshop. I do think he's a player as well that has a lot of flexibility when it comes to agent pool. Like, we've seen him have a lot of games on controller, on duelist, on initiator, which for someone who's only 18 years, just 18 years of age, that is impressive.
Hello mate, what is your take on buying full util on ecos? Why would people not buy full util on every single ecos? Yeah, no, I agree with you, man. Should always. I actually think it's like a worrying sign when teams don't buy full util into the ecos, because it's like money management, and then they're kind of showing that they don't have the discipline to not use the flash or like whatever util it is. Yeah, I fully agree with you. It might just be something in terms of no discipline.
Looking at you, old Vitality.
Okay, well, oi, I see that, Benji. He took away his trip over towards A. He saw the shock dart coming, took his trip away, and then replaced it after the shock. But the original shock that went over towards A did hit. But shout out to Benji here. Took away his shock. I thought the shock dart. Sorry, took away his trip. I thought the shock dart hit.
Yeah, hard to reach again.
That's pretty cool.
No, we'll shelf that one.
Speaking of shocks for trips, trying to break the one over towards just the info one, straight over towards B. I haven't seen that Nuts is changing up his setups a lot, which is good. Also, we got this trip, just kind of to just stop the plant here and try and actually hold back a site and get a kill. That looks like the plan at the moment from what's changed.
We have a problem.
Well, that's it.
Time's a little bit low, and Liquid are going proactive, and it's a two-person fake over towards A, and this is working out a treat. Look at the minimap. Holy, does Woot expect this? Not at all. But then Omen can then join his team with the Omen ult, and we've got 20 seconds. Does this kill trip get anything? No.
And on the side of Heretics, they want to recover that.
Okay, this plant's better.
Aggression, but he's been caught in a bit of an awkward spot. Those reveals giving them everything, and Kiko now committing to the ult. He's put down
Wait, Boo's done a bit of a masterclass to stay alive here. 2v5, 1v4. Okay, this one isn't a thing. He's got an Omen flash though, so he might be able to get a little bit. Okay, honestly not too bad on this one.
Team Liquid are back on the board.
Yeah, the push down towards middle was everything from Liquid here. Just being a lot more proactive. Up to like the 40-second mark, and they were like, okay, let's just go hunting. And it felt like the overall plan on this, right? The whole overall plan of this round was pretty. Whoa! What the? The overall the overall plan on this round was pretty cool though, right? Double shock dart at the beginning, break the trips for being able to flank behind. 50-45 second mark, they start going aggro over towards middle so they can have a fast flank once they've committed towards site. And in theory, you've broken the trips. That was a cool round.
Quick dash in, that was almost a chance. Mystic is down as quick as you like, and you know it's ambitious. I'll always applaud players.
Dude, that's your big buy round, man. That was really bold.
Well, Miniboo's not going to be caught off by that. This is a big round to risk those kind of plays in, Tom.
Yeah, I agree. This is your big buy round. You're gonna get money reset with this. Yampy's just running in and there's no smoke there. Wait, what the hell did I just watch? I guess you can't have a smoke there. Dude, Mystic can't play like that on a big buy round.
I can only assume he thought that he hit him with the paranoia.
Yeah, he must have thought they hit him with the flash, yeah. But because then it all falls apart because this needs to be smoked and Yampy just looks like an idiot out in the open because there's no smoke here. Because the smoke has gone down instantly. And it's not like they have a backup Viper or anything. That's like the only smoke. This is the thing with those kind of plays. It's like
didn't even remotely pay off.
It's very gambly, and you can kind of get away with it more if you have a Viper, some kind of backup smokes to help you a little bit. But yeah, on your big buy round where you get reset, this is too much for me.
If the trap wasn't there, that might have went down differently, but instead some damage is done. At the end of the day, though, it's not anything noteworthy for the side of Heretics. No. They have got plenty of cash to throw at this, and removing another rifle from Team Liquid is all that they cared about. This buy is going to be pretty miserable from that defensive side, and so far
it fell apart on this one.
But that's the thing, it's like the extra peek there.
I mean, honestly, now I'm watching it from his POV, I'm actually surprised that hit. I'm not as angry anymore. I'm looking at that from his POV. The only reason he dodges that is because of the slide. I'm actually not even mad. I take it all back. It didn't look like a risk from his POV. That's just a straight up slide diff. You can't peek that when you've been tagged by the recon though. Ah, come on guys. Don't give me this. Lovely recon with the flash behind it.
So just to note, in the last series,
they've had so many first kills right now from Heretics.
Kills. We are in round 9. He already has 10. So I think it might be a different week for him. I think he's performing. Also, he came up against what looked like prime Kushner, which that's always scary. It's always scary when that guy's in his
shout out to Enzo at least. Like question marks created over towards here. Normally you'd have to have 2 people, and he's gone pushing. He clears all the info so they can stack 2 towards here. Does Yampy get anything for his recon? Recon goes in, hits a lot of people, but it's just not out in the open. Did end up giving Mystic a kill. Why is everyone peeking when they've been hit by recon? What's going on? Yeah, just shots in, just good crossfires, everyone just holding and helping out Reens, just everyone dueling at the same time. And with the fast death again, it kind of fell apart for Liquid, even though Enzo did a good job of clearing the pressure. Okay, Liquid, because you don't want to call a timeout here, first of all, because you don't want to use all of your timeouts this early on. You're praying. You are praying that someone in Liquid here is talking about how we can't let the fast kill go over towards side. Like just go Omen flash it at the beginning if you want to take A. You got to use some kind of hard util for this.
So for Heretics, you're going, yeah, keep doing that. Keep doing that. If someone's going to face you each time in a different way, Miniboo's probably going to win that duel, and if he doesn't, there'll be someone there to trade.
I guess they didn't hear it, so he has to use a timeout and do it himself.
Okay, I want to try and counter this. I want to try and come up with
if they want to take A, they got to use an Omen flash, it feels like.
I feel like
this guy's just disrespecting all the util. He's beating the Dizzy flash. This flash isn't hitting. Someone's shooting the recon.
Which he has to run past.
Yeah, I think the idea, like in this case, you have
or just do a safer recon, right?
They were expecting Miniboo to go deeper for the kill, but Kiko
you literally just do a safer recon. I feel like.
And the third player,
if I was to draw, wait, maybe drawing. I'll wait for the minimap. Maybe during that would be too much.
Obviously, the idea being the second that they get contact, paranoia goes out. Both players from elbow can push through.
So I think Patty Tech is good enough to be on a franchise team. Dude, after what we saw, for sure. I think after what we saw, we'll see him next year in franchise. He did great. He maybe had like, what, two quietish games? But in terms of actual stand-in, like not too much time with the team, I think he did great. So maybe you could just do like a recon here, right, which is like committed but will scan everyone in this area, right? It would probably get one scan off and he could never beat you here, and it means that it wouldn't get shot. Maybe that's the easier way. They go for the Omen Flash, which I was talking about in terms of the hard shutdown, and they get all three. I know they're eco, but this is a disaster over towards A. Yeah, I think the safer recon might just help them, because then they can flash off the recon so they don't have to use the flash, and then you can Yoru flash after with a one-way. Doesn't feel great at the moment over towards A. I'm not enjoying it. Shout out to Mini Boo though. Like Mini Boo is doing bits, and the KO flash and the recon at the same time over towards side looks like a nightmare to deal with for Liquid.
The Heretics rinse and repeat, but it works, and that's the thing. When you have a youngster like Mini Boo in your team who can execute that kill 9 times out of 10, and then the second guy is Woot, who, I'll be honest, thus far hasn't needed to do that much because plan A has worked. He's got 10 assists. I reckon 5 of them are from that same flash.
Well, 8 of them were in the first, like,
yeah, it's true. This flash is just, feels like Woot is just getting all of the assists.
Okay. Or one dead, reset,
he just keeps flashing them over towards side.
Already clear.
And they're either reconned or they eat the flash.
Then at the post part, he's like, night foul.
They're not there, guys. Great. That's what he's had to do.
Yeah, he did great here though, and they just wanted to close this out. And now what happens?
You're gonna have to say for the side of Team Liquid, you know,
they're so focused on A, and dude, Heretics keep going here. I'm telling you, just a recon here would be the one. It would get him as he went close. Insta shock dart, Omen Flash, 4 people fighting. Yeah, 9-person duel here.
It's still 4 players on A. Can they deal with Mini Boo this time? Surely they can.
Okay, there we go. But yeah. Oh no.
Turn the players away from the moment, and that is a disaster.
Holy, it's a disaster over towards A. They can't hold it with 4 people.
Nothing to fall back on. A devastating display from Team Liquid as Team Heretics.
That was what I wanted to see as well. Yeah. Just having the player on short to re-peek afterwards and catch them. I'll be honest, I can't believe Heretics did it again.
I can't believe Mini Boo sent it. He's a lunatic. Like he's just doing what he has to do for the team. Even eats the Omen Flash and he's just like, well, I know my team's going to just win the round if I can take some map control. There were some definite shots missed. Oh man. This is a disaster to watch. How is this recon scanning again? What recon is this? I need to keep an eye on this recon. This has to be the best recon in the world.
There's 2 players behind, yeah. And no one was looking in that direction.
Either that or we're mixing it up every single time.
That is just Team Liquid whiffing. That's all you could put that down.
Dude, they're going for it again, man. What is this recon? How is this scanning every round?
Just need to shoot people in head. And unfortunately, that was the part that failed. They're still going this way.
Hey, he is changing it up. He is changing it up each time. Oh man, how does this keep happening? This is horrendous, bro. How? Dude, poor Nats. Nats is over towards B. Like, guys, what is going on? You got 4 of you there. 2v4.
And it's solo. It's the solo play. Nats tries to chase down
they just spammed A. They literally just said they can't hold A. They just spammed it. The recon's getting changed most rounds. Messing them up. Someone's fragging out. Mini Boo's just sending it. Either killing or going down and the rest of his team kills them all.
See if he can do anything in this scenario. The problem is, look how passive the remainder are.
Yeah, but they needed some kind of change up from Liquid, and you got to feel like they still had the tools, right? You could either recon here, you could camera here, and then do the flash off the contact in terms of them being committed. Did the Omen flash hit the camera here? Maybe it would, honestly. I think you just stick with the recon.
That timer
You could do the camera up the top here, camera up the top. Then off that you could do the Omen Flash. Like they have options.
He wins the duel anyway. 10-2 half. Heretics, as said last week, definitely didn't go to plan. But this is looking like a different
I mean, they got out-dueled a lot as well. That's the issue. It felt like a util and aim diff.
Say what you will about this setup and how it could
Look at that, bro. You shouldn't be able to run through a cage like that and get 2 kills.
We made earlier, it kind of goes out the window. Kiko's had one of the worst halves that we've seen from him.
Jesus. There's another bacon clip for us, but at what cost?
And if you imagine the sides turning and it changing, that's a tight turnaround, man. Maybe they'll get the ball rolling, and I think the real hope for me, Tom, is that they
just disappeared off the camera, man. He's gone.
Some momentum coming into bind, because right now it looks like Heretics are just a better squad after that first half.
Yeah, you don't see many.
Here we go straight in. No timeouts in EMEA.
Right. Don't see many teams make those comebacks either, Tom.
No, that's true. Maybe Liquid could
Double
be on the
frenzy.
other side of the coin this time around,
Double frenzy though. Double frenzy against 5 ghosts.
And they're up against, as I said, I think a very competent Sunset team. I'm not surprised, even after losing it last week, that Heretics have been happy to
Dude,
come
he
back
has
into this match,
16
especially one that
assists,
we
chat,
haven't
from
seen
one
Liquid
half.
play
16
since kickoff.
assists from one half.
And that was a
Holy.
narrow victory. Oh no, sorry, a narrow loss to Koi. So they've got themselves in an after plan, a position that's definitely winnable. They need this pistol.
That they absolutely do. The aggression hasn't worked out with Kiko falling as well. Down goes Nats, and like dominoes, these players one by one. Starts with the first, and now we're left with the last. Just Mystic, 1 versus 3.
What an absolute slaughter. How many times am I going to see a guy go through a smoke or a cage and get kills that he shouldn't be getting? It was an absolute shot though.
11-2 up. And it's difficult to imagine the comeback without that pistol. Forced by almost inevitable.
Look how fast this was. This, sure. No one's shooting recons, by the way.
It's just going up and up. Like, I feel like this round was basically just him, like just running around. We know exactly what this guy could do at an individual level. As said, thus far in the match, it wasn't really needed, but I genuinely think he's got most of those assists from just throwing that same.
They ain't yelling chicken, bro. No one is shooting recons.
I think it's just
I've never seen so many recon scans. Yeah, Liquid with the plant, force buy into it. I mean, they got to.
Out of their opponent's book is going to be a push in the direction of Elbow. Yeah, it's weird. He's ecoed everyone else's force ball.
Yeah, you don't see that every day. I'll tell you that. He's going for another flash assist. That one hasn't quite panned out. Team Liquid a little slower on taking the space. Not the normal carry on whenever you see these lighter weapons, but it might bait Heretics into taking some over-aggressive peaks. Perhaps that's the hope. You see them waiting for a flash to come through, playing behind the walls to swing right after. Well, he's out of flashes, so that's not going to happen. No point of contact there. Finding space here. Difficult challenge.
Well, the knife just hit 3, just as they wanted to exec, and they have no extra util with it. The timing of this knife was incredible.
The trap is finally sprung with much patience, but not much reward. Okay, Nats gets 2, but look how low those players are.
35 and 60 HP.
We're not talking about damage. You gotta win the round. They have to pull this back from this position, and okay, Enzo does well to drop Brienne's, but still 2 more to go. Still the spike to be planted.
These two as well are the safe pair of hands, aren't they? There's Boo and Benji. You can't see them making mistakes. I don't think he has anywhere near enough time to run to the
it's a
B-side.
lovely double up from them. Time's
low.
low.
They're aggressing. It's a little bit disjointed, but it doesn't even matter. Boo wins that fight
10,
anyway. 12 and 2.
10 chances to finish this one. And the money is not going to be here.
Team Heretics, and I do think after this
Straight
one,
up
it might be
by
back to the drawing board for Liquid in their Sunset.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say, Tom. You might be coming in with some fresh ideas next time around because, well, this has been fast and fresh. That's what it's all about. And for Heretics, look, you can see it in how they win that previous round. There's barely an emotion to be seen on that stage. At this point, it's just another day at the office. 12-2. Barely a hiccup on this map so far, and now the chance to
How was
close it
Woot
out.
been? I mean, been good, dude. His util's great. He's getting 16 assists on the attack half. He's doing what he has to do,
that's
but
about where the positives
been pretty
start to
easy for
fall
him, it
off.
feels
We're actually
like. Just a
seeing
couple of
Nan's own
lineups and then
individual
a
play. He goes
huge
down,
pistol
this
round.
rifle is lost. And look at the setup from Heretics. They're so ready for this. One player A, they've got a setup on B to cover each angle, and they're double stacked on the single place. Team Liquid are thinking about sending it. In fact, as the smoke fades, that's Nats going forward and right into the waiting arms of Miniboo. No chance to recover that weapon without a lot of risks being taken. And while this is a death sentence,
Mystic was
Wow,
set up
man,
to
that's
throw
nice
out
though. The
Paranoia,
nade,
but it
the nade
never got
over
through.
into
So
mid.
then he ends
Cool
up getting
nade.
caught by the
Then you go out into the
because he
open, then
set
you
up
can
a
spam from
Paranoia.
top middle. The
It seems
perfect
so
knife over
messy
towards
at the
middle
moment
once they
for
create
Liquid.
pressure middle to
What
see
is
that they've all
playing
rotated, so they
one
can
by
now
one.
double fight
The
this.
trades have not gone too badly.
Okay.
They've
The
done a
util
lot
from
of
Wu
damage,
is
but
incredible
even
right now.
still, they've taken
His knife from the
so
last
much
round that hit
return.
3, just they were going to exec. This knife wanted to clear the question mark over towards middle to get full info as well.
you have to. Yeah, mentally, that's where we're at. Let's see if Liquid can
50
pull us
HP,
back in.
25 HP.
10 rounds
Enzo's
in
the
a row.
only person with full HP.
4v3, low HP on 2 players. Not even rifles to play with, just the one. Big play needed by Enzo. Big mistake needed by Team Heretics, and it's not going to happen. The first is found. Elbow spotted,
bro.
taken down. Now 4v1 with 25
Damn,
HP.
that looked
And the last shot
way
finally finds
too
its
easy.
mark. That is a
I mean, the summary is they couldn't hold 8. With 4 people, with util that you can... I mean, there's a lot of util on those players.
He had an absolute field day.
Couldn't hold
He's
it.
up there with the assists, and I'm sure he's got way more to show than that.
Shout out
but
to,
it is back
shout out to
the
Heretics. I
regular
mean, the
season
hit
when it
was
comes to
strong.
Heretics.
I don't know. I
See
need to
we
go
need a
back and watch the
response in the next
recons because the
match
recons
for
got
Team
so
Liquid.
many scans.